Don't Google it.
Whoa.
What a cursed beginning.
Don't Google it.
Stop it.
It starts doing like a song.
Don't
Google
Oh
it.
my God. It's haunted. Halloween's over.
Halloween is over,
Oh
bitch.
my God.
Get out
Hi.
of here.
Welcome to
Hi.
Confidently Insecure, the podcast where we don't know
Know
everything.
everything.
I am your host, Zach. No, she didn't. Tower.
And I'm Kelsey. Yes, she did.
Yes.
Darragh.
Oh my God, Zach. Hi.
Hi.
How goes it?
It's good.
What a life.
What a life.
What a time.
Not a question, just a statement.
Just full send on this episode's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, it's so interesting too because I feel like we just batched record some like a day ago.
Yeah.
But we're back in the saddle, which I love because it's also become like a big catch up moment.
Ooh, it really is.
Because like you guys, when I got over here, I had like 4 questions for Kelsey and she wouldn't answer any of them. She's like,
Yeah.
oh, well, I'll tell you.
Well, I just feel like it's one of those things where I see you so much that I'm worried that I'm going to say everything.
Of course.
But that's impossible because I love to talk.
Same.
And life, it comes at you fast, baby.
Wait, you did do stuff to this room.
I did. I condoed.
It looks so great.
Let me tell you guys, Marie Kondo did say, when you condo, be careful because you're going to...
Over condo?
No, you're going to get rid of some other shit in your life you didn't mean to.
Oh.
And bitch, when I say that breakup inspired a condo, that inspired me to throw out like my entire
Totally.
everything. It was really good though.
I am surprised that ending didn't spur like a shaved head moment.
Last one did. I got a pixie cut.
Yeah.
That was the pre-breakup condo. I know you've all been waiting. Finally, your birthday present.
Oh.
Here it is.
Oh.
Delivered.
5-piece mini.
But open it.
okay.
A snake pops out.
I mean, honestly, our friendship would be over.
Honestly, while you open that, how cute is my shirt? It's a skeleton that says your ego is not your amigo.
It says ZNT's baking on like classic baking things.
Okay.
This is so cute.
But do you see why I was so sad it didn't come in time for your dip party?
Oh, because it's all like
it's all
scoopy,
scoopers.
scoopy boopy slide.
Yes.
I actually could have used one of these today, but it's okay. I love this so much.
Also,
and
I've had it for like 2 weeks now.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
This is like a butter
Yeah.
baster.
Because you're a baker, bitch.
I am a baker, bitch. Thank you so much. I love it.
Yay.
I love it. And what a cute, thoughtful, personal gift.
Oh, you know, you do those. So I'm just trying to live up to your...
I do sometimes.
No, you always... I'll never forget the first gift you ever...
Don't Google it.
I didn't even do anything.
Well, you were around it.
Okay. The first gift you ever gave me was a personalized art piece of me and you, like a sketch drawing of me and you from our TV show. And I was like, whoa, this motherfucker is obsessed with me. No, it was just so goddamn nice. I don't get gifts like that.
I mean, I think it comes and goes. Or like sometimes it's like, okay, you can know someone for like 4 months and find the perfect gift for them. And you can know someone 12 years and be like,
I have no
idea.
Honestly, that was such a good gift. It's still one of my favorite gifts, and it's hung in my living room where everyone can see it.
God, it's just, you know what's actually so funny about that gift is I hired the artist. It was a friend of my sister's who I liked some of his art, and I hired him to do it. And when I got it, I was like, she's gonna be so mad because we don't look hot by any stretch of the imagination.
But here's the thing. You did not present it to me as this is just like us. You gave it to me and I was like, what a crazy Warhol.
Yes.
upside
Okay.
down.
Great. Because when
Like
I saw it, I
it
was
was a
like,
caricature of us.
yeah, I was like, thanks. Because I didn't really know he was going to do that. But
here's where I would be offended. If he was like, wow, I nailed it. Looks just like her. Because you look fine. You almost look like a hot cartoon guy. I look fucked up.
I don't think I look fine. I feel like all of my features are squinched together. Like
like
and
an
my big,
anime cartoon.
A big caricature too. Yeah, a big forehead.
Anyway,
housekeeping.
Zach, I feel like we have so much to catch up on because, like you said, we did batch record, but I have fun things and I'll try and go through them quickly.
Oh my! Don't go through them quickly.
Okay.
Go real slow.
So.
Maybe a little faster.
we last time hung out. Halloween parties happened. I went to a Halloween orgy and I slept with the oldest couple that I've slept with.
34.
46 and 36.
Kelsey.
That was the oldest I've ever slept with.
Was the man 46?
No.
The woman?
Zachary. So I'm standing
That's
in
hot.
line to go potty.
Uh-huh.
And this woman in front of me looks like Ginger Spice. Like
Ooh.
at her peakity, gingery
Sure,
Spice
sure,
Girls.
sure.
Just like the tightest body, like a little short,
Uh-huh.
like big, voluminous, like auburn hair. And I was just like, I am obsessed with her. And I start talking to her because as women do in the line of the bathroom. And here's the thing. I was like, oh, are you here by yourself? And she was like, no, this is my first one of like this event. But I brought my friends with benefits. I brought my fuck buddy. And I was like, oh, which one? And she like points to him. And Zach, it was the hottest guy at the party that I had noticed and was like, oh, there's no chance he wants to fuck me. And he was so hot. And she like brought him over and she's like, I'm going to go to the bathroom. You guys talk. And I immediately was just like, do you want to make out? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh my God. So we start making out. He's so hot. He's like holding my hand, grabbing my butt. She comes back out and like we're making out. And she's like, oh, good, great. Like you two have fun. I'll come find you.
Stop.
And I was like, okay, you want to go upstairs? And like it was his first ever play party. So he was really nervy. And like I could tell he was so nervy. And we start like hooking up and like getting it on. We're in this giant cuddle puddle of people dressed up as like werewolves and doctors and shit. And like we're hooking up, and then I feel like a hand on my shoulder,
A delicate touch.
and it was her. And I was like, come on in, sis. And I fucking ate that 46-year-old's pussy like it was my damn day job.
You did.
And dude, I just kept being like, you both are so hot. And then, you know, after I was complete, I was like, wow, that was really fun. I'm going to let you guys keep at it,
Wait,
but I'm good.
Talk about his dick.
Normal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was a good, no notes, you know?
Okay, just a standard dick.
Just a standard dick.
Wait, and did you take 26-year-old to this?
No.
Oh, okay.
I went by
okay.
myself. And that was fun.
Was this your? Did you often go to sex clubs, or sex parties alone?
Play parties.
Play parties?
I did. Then when I was with Jared, I didn't. And I tried to bring him. He didn't really care for them. And then so after Jared, I started going a lot by myself.
Okay.
But then I stupidly brought Sir into my world. And then I was with him for a while. And then now I'm back at it again.
It's going to start to sound like such a foreign period in your life.
Zach, the way that I am already embarrassed.
I mean,
The
don't
way,
be embarrassed.
Of course I am. Like, the farther you get away from it, the farther you're like,
oh,
ew, I cannot believe but here's the thing, and I've been talking about this with a 26-year-old, is like, we've talked about this. I ignored every red flag along the way. And I just allowed the feeling of what I thought was love to be like the thing that was carrying me through it. And it is one of those things where I'm reevaluating like, what was true.
Yeah.
And there was actually a really funny thing I saw last night.
I keep going back to this where it's like when that day that we were like, we should break up with our guys. Do you know that was about a year and 2 weeks ago?
Holy shit.
'Cause yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. It was
I did
on my
this thing to
birthday.
Zach where we were both having not great times with the people we were dating. Mine was Sir, yours was your ex.
Uh-huh.
And I said, we're going to do it tonight. Both of us are going to break up
She
with
was
our
so
people.
hyped. She was kind of like hyping it up.
I was. And then Zach was like, okay, I did it. And I was like, ooh, we ended up having sex and I'm like falling deep for him. and
then
Zach
cut
was
to
just like, okay.
a year later.
Yep. Drag Me Daddy, I found this last night on an ADHD Instagram that was
Okay.
like, do I have an obsessive crush or do I have ADHD and my obsession over someone is giving me a dopamine and I like the adrenaline rush?
Ugh.
Big yike, call me out. But that's my update. How's yours?
Don't Google it.
Housekeeping. What the fuck?
Dude.
What do you want from
Is there
me?
like a hard reset we can do for the board?
Yeah, you do it.
Board?
But board.
Hard reset. Someday.
Yeah, well,
Someday.
oh, for sure.
Okay, biggest thing is I went on a date with a married couple.
Don't Google it.
Yeah, so I matched individually with these two guys.
Which is so hot because that means they both were like, fuck yeah.
Like, yeah, okay. Or one matched with one and he was like, be on the lookout for.
You
'cause
think?
they date together.
Yeah, but that seems like a lot of work to every single person you swipe right on to be like, hey, bud, you check out for this one.
I agree. I would also say it's kind of interesting because they date together. Why would they have separate Tinders? But they were both prominently displayed in their Tinders.
And
They said they were looking for friends and maybe more.
oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah. So we went. Okay, so this guy's opening line on both Grindr and Tinder. I have AMC A-lister.
Yes, which is so good.
His opening message was, "Hey Zach, want to join my entourage?"
Which,
Great for a movie like nerd like me who fucking gets off on AMC A-list.
I would just come.
I was like, yeah, but we'd have to exchange phone numbers. And he goes, oh, I mean, I was kind of kidding, but like, yeah, let's do it. So we started texting and then matched with his husband. And I messaged the husband. I was like, yes, I got you both. And he goes like, yeah, we're like little Pokemon, huh? Got to catch them all.
Ooh.
Yeah. So then we established we were going. This is interesting too. Okay, I'm coming from a place of I used to get blackout drunk and wake up in couples' beds. But this was like matched, flirt, chat, talk, plan. Like
So like a regular date.
a regular human. We it's just interesting for me to see
that you can be a regular person dating.
and like where
Yeah.
I've come from. But so we reserved tickets at Five Nights at Freddy's. That like
Oh,
silly
that
horror.
went huge this weekend.
It really did well. I
It was
didn't know
the
it was a video
third
game.
opening box office of a horror movie
The
ever.
third really?
Yeah.
Because it's PG-13
And it's a video game.
Video game.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
But it was cute and fun. I will say it's a fun romp if you get bored. But we went. Okay, so we met at the Grove 45 minutes before the movie. We walked around, talked. Very cute, very sweet. They're both very down to earth. They're both kind of crunchy granola boys.
Right.
One's he works in a second grade classroom. The other is like in marketing or something like that.
Sorry, you said he works in a
I
second
know.
grade classroom.
So he's not-
What is he? The accountant of that room? What the fuck do you mean he works inside of a? Is there a tiny door he goes into every day that leads to the Ministry of Magic? What is he doing in the second grade? Now it's creepy. What does he do?
You know,
You didn't ask.
no, I did. He is a TA.
Okay.
But I don't know why I thought
Hold on.
it'd be easier. I don't know why I thought it'd be easier. Are you going to say what teacher needs assistant in the second grade?
Yes!
Wrangling little monsters.
Okay, this is just me being shallow now. Why not be a second grade teacher?
Kelsey, we're the same person. Trust me, I thought about it. Decided not to ask. More shall be revealed.
Okay.
But so we go like just World Market. You would have loved it.
I love World
'Cause we were like,
Market.
let's see if we can. Well, if we want any like treats or sweets or anything like that.
They've got fun snackies.
They do. We didn't actually end up getting anything, but we did a lap of the store, talk. Very cute, very sweet. Not an entertainment, which I loved.
Yeah.
Very much. Go to the movie. We're all like, I'm like, oh, I'm 12. It was 12, 13, 14.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, I'm 12. And he was like, well, why don't you sit in the middle? And I was like,
Oh,
Okay.
You want to get sandwich?
and this is the recliners, so posh.
Zach,
But so, what?
did you get jerked off? in the
No.
movie? Okay.
It's basically a kid's movie.
Oh,
he brought
whoa.
his second grade classroom.
Okay. Well, it's his TA. It's his teacher's second grade classroom. He's the TA.
Okay. So about like 10 minutes in the movie. Oh, also I should note, one is my size, one is much taller.
Okay.
So my size leans over and goes, "Can I put my hand on your leg?"
Aww.
And I was like, "Yeah." And I was wearing shorts, so he has his hand on my leg, and I'm like doing this, and then I grab taller guy's hand and I put it on my other leg.
"Oh my god!"
And we spent like an hour and 22 minutes with them like squeezing and caressing my legs, and like me like holding their hands and like kind of like
Are
their
you
arms.
popping a bone.
I did get a semi.
Oh my
I was like, "Ah," and this is what God wants for us because my PP is saying, hello.
Yeah, you want to say fags don't exist? Look
at my dick.
Yeah, tell me that we can't be gay. Okay.
5 Nights at Freddy's. Spend one night with Zach.
Was it one night?
So we movie ended. They walked me to my car. We were both parked on the 7th floor.
Hot.
7th floor, so it was busy when we got to the Grove. Empty when we left the Grove. So we made out. Made out with one, turned around, made out with the other.
Question, what does
Turned
the other
around.
one do when the other one's waiting?
I don't know, because I'm not looking at them.
Oh, you don't have eyes in the back of your head?
Nope. I would imagine, so if we weren't in such a public space where we could have been like upsetting people, I guess. You know what I mean? Did you hear the gurgle? A gurgle just came out of my chest. Went,
The fact that you also tried to just skip over it, it's so loud in my ears. Like, no, there's a tiny man
I'm
inside
sorry.
you.
I was trying to be a professional,
Oh,
Kelsey.
okay, sorry. On this podcast?
I know. So I think if we had been behind closed doors, one of them would be behind me kissing my neck. Probably the taller one.
Yes.
But yeah, that's how we left it. And we have plans. We're gonna hang out again when I get back in town. Get this though. So this was 2 nights ago. Yesterday, I went to get my blood drawn on this place at Olympic. I'm leaving. One of the husbands is coming in.
Shut up.
Isn't that crazy?
In all the STD clinics
Stop,
of all the gay
stop.
places in all of West Hollywood.
This is a primary care doctor
Oh.
adjacent visit.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is kind of crazy. Were you like, hey, you little slut?
Kind of. Well, even crazier. So has this become boring and like long-winded?
No.
Okay.
Are you kidding?
So I had given this one and I were just talking on Tinder. So I had given him my cell phone number and he ran into me. He's like, I'm so glad I'm running into you because I went to text you and we've hung out before.
Oh, I'm sorry, Zach. You just went, is this boring?
I mean,
You fucking bury the lead all the fucking time.
and it's crazy is I didn't remember him, could not place him at all. And then he was like, yeah, he was like, you left. We didn't hook up. You left. And I apologized because I said I was acting like a Tasmanian devil. This was so crystal clear at the beginning of my mental health journey with medication. I was on one that wasn't working well. I went over to his house to hook up. His husband was at work and I thought he was on meth, but he was addicted to Adderall at the time. And I was like, my friend Kelsey is also addicted. No.
Okay, personal attack.
No, I'm kidding. So he was running all around and it really put me off because I was like, oh, like I'm
I
not
don't
in a
want to
good place.
hook up with a meth head.
Yeah, he seemed methy. And so I was like, wow. But still, I'm not placing his handsome face in that situation.
Wow.
So I think it's a mixture of like, this is obviously 3.5 years ago at this point. But yeah. And they're also 1 and 2 years alcohol free.
Ooh, so everyone's in a good place, it seems.
I think so.
I love this precursor also to like what we're going to talk about with threesomes.
Yeah.
It kind of fits because I'm assuming you're planning on hanging out in a sexy way.
Sexually? I hope so.
I did see a funny meme this weekend. A lot of my sentences have started like that recently, which I'm
Because
not
you're
proud
Gen
of.
Z.
Stop, I'm trying so hard.
You're an alpha.
Hmm?
That's the generation coming up.
Oh, but I definitely am also an alpha.
I know.
The meme said, the new first base is sex. Second base is hanging out without having sex. Third base is hanging out in the daylight.
Oh my God, is that where we're
way
at?
I'm hitting third base with the professional athlete. We
Are you
hung
really?
out in the day. He saw my backyard for the first time in the
Yeah,
daylight.
he did. Yeah, he did. I show guys my backyard on the first date.
Shut the fuck up. But I was like, wow. And here's the thing. You can totally be someone that goes on a date first, hangs out maybe at a park in the daytime, and then has sex. I can't. I don't have time for that.
Sure.
I almost would rather have sex first before we even talk.
Yeah, that's in the gay world. Shoot first, ask questions later.
That sounds violent.
It's shooting loads.
Okay. Do you have any TTTs? Oh my God, stop it.
I know there was one.
We can save it for next week.
Oh, you know what I made?
What?
This is, and I guess TikTok did teach me. Have you had Magnolia's banana pudding?
No.
Really?
Oh, yes.
I
It's
made
good.
that.
That is very inside baseball for
Is
all
it?
the LA people.
Well, and it's a New York bakery.
oh,
Magnolia.
is it?
Yep.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah. It's for those of you who don't know, Magnolia is a great bakery in New York and LA. And if you look up their banana pudding, there's a bunch of
iconic.
TikToks. It's
Yeah.
so good. It's really not hard to make.
Ooh.
And it tastes very much like
Well, wait.
the stuff.
TikTok taught me. There we go.
What do you want me to say it again?
No.
Okay. What's yours?
This one's simple, but this is why it's good.
Okay.
Because it's simple, stupid, and just a good reminder that everyone needs to hear. Never evaluate your life or do like comparisons when you're tired. And when you're like, why? It's because your brain, when doing comparisons or like evaluating your life, it will think of a problem that you have in your life and then try to solve it. It'll try to be like, oh, well, yeah, but I'm going to finish that project. Or like, oh, but yeah, I might be broke right now, but I have a check coming
It just
in
has the
soon.
energy to say the problem.
Yes, it doesn't have the energy to solve it. And I was like, oh my God, that's such a. And when are you mostly doing that? When you're lying in bed,
Yeah.
looking on Instagram, going, oh my God. You're never like fresh in the morning, sitting in front of your computer
Like,
with a cup of
problems.
coffee. Wow, everything's trash.
Well, you know what's so funny to me about that is I do, as part of my sobriety, a nightly inventory that I send to my sponsor, and the app prompts you with like 10 questions, and one of them is like, what could I have done better? And it's like, was I mean to anyone? Was I loving to people? Blah 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 blah. It's nice though because it skews positive, so it kind of makes me reflect on mainly the good things.
I've been doing that too with my 5-minute journal. Every night it asks you to write 3 highlights and then what
So
did
smart.
I learn today?
Oof,
Which sometimes you're like, I don't learn
But you
shit.
did.
But of course you did.
you did.
I don't want to talk about it now, but I'll talk to you about it after.
What a dark thing to say.
Okay, let's go to a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about the rules of threesome.
Okay. Wait. Can you pause? Because we could.
I don't know if I could pause. We're still going.
Oh, sorry.
I don't
Go
know
on.
how to pause the recording. Well, we're back, everybody.
I'm sorry. I forgot we don't edit anything.
No, ever.
What the people just heard is like a true
so
like.
raw.
That's what I sound. That's what I really sound like.
Ew, I
what if I've
hated
been
it.
like, can we pause?
And I'm like, Zach, we're live. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Threesomes.
Threesomes.
I can't believe, I don't know that we haven't done an episode on threesomes.
That's wild because threesomes definitely weave in and out of both of our like stories, our lives,
Yeah.
our cultures.
Yeah.
Yours is almost inherent in the bisexuality of things.
Ooh, a stereotype, but true because it's me.
I mean, yeah. Oh, wait, is it a stereotype that bisexuals want to have threesomes?
Yes.
Well, I think that you are the glue that holds threesomes together.
I think that's an interesting take. I agree because I think so many more people are bi than they admit.
It'll depress me if we, because
I know.
I second that
Yeah.
so hard.
Yeah.
I will even go as far to say that gay men have this weird, like, you've heard the whole, like, vagina, ew. And I used to be guilty of that when I was
Yeah.
in my 20s. Like, ew, yuck, they're so gross. I think I am actually closer to bisexuality than I even know.
Yeah.
Because I've been put in a box in the other way. Where it's like, you're gay. I can fart in front of you. You know? Well, I'm just saying, like,
yeah.
the familiarity, the like, I don't know how to put it other than like, it works both ways. Where like
Yeah.
we call guys who kiss guys fucking gay.
Yeah.
You're gay, and they may just be like 18%
Yeah.
curious, but like
Yeah.
it's that fear of like being put into a box that you don't want to be put into.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
And threesome specifically we're talking about here is beyond the scope of, you know, people who want to test the waters, spice up the marriage. Like, I think there's so many more unicorns in this world than we're willing to recognize.
I think.
And a unicorn, for those who don't know, is usually they say it's like the hardest thing to find in the sexual community, which is a woman willing to have sex with a couple.
Is that the definition of a unicorn?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought the unicorn was just like the third.
No, a third's easy to find. It's always hard for a straight / hetero leaning couple to find a girl willing to sleep with a monogamous couple.
And that's because bisexual girls are hard to find.
Yeah. Or bisexual girls who are willing to have a threesome with a couples.
So there are a lot of bisexual women who are not intrigued by.
Correct. I'm every stereotype of a bisexual.
Thank
I
God.
love it. I'm a slut.
Make it easy
I'm
for
greedy.
me. Yeah.
I want threesomes. I want to fuck your
You're
husband,
also
boyfriend.
so giving.
I know. I'm trying. I'm trying. I literally put my field profile in my Pillow Princess era as a recovering giver. And okay, I will tell you
Is
one
it
story
working?
last night.
Okay.
The 26-year-old was over.
Yeah.
Do you hear that?
Let it be the bomb.
What?
Let it just be. Let it. I want to see a flash of light and go, what was that?
What was that? That's the last thing I hear before I'm taken out by a nuke. I'd be so pissed.
No, it'd be such a peaceful way to go.
Pissed. Honestly.
What was that?
Yeah, what was that? Whoa. Take me, daddy. Last night I was
I
was
can't
about to
wait.
hook up with a 26-year-old who, by the way, is the professional athlete, y'all, just in case you haven't put those two things together.
That would be crazy.
I don't know. We've flip-flopped.
You're right.
And I started my period early last night, and it happened right before I went to the bedroom to hook up with him. Like, I was like, oh, let me pee real quick before we hook up. And I went, fuck, God damn it. Because we haven't come to that yet. We haven't been to period together.
Period town.
And I went in the bedroom and like we started to hook up. And I was like, oh, I just started my period early. And he goes, okay, so do you want to put a towel down or like it wasn't even a question.
He was like, let me get in there.
He was like, oh, you're concerned about your sheets because I'm not concerned at all. I don't give a shit. And then I was like, well, I just can't right now. I don't think I could probably like have sex and do the whole thing. And he was like, no, just be a pillow princess right now.
And then what do you do?
Finger the fuck out of me.
So his hand was like
It was great.
bloody.
No notes.
Really?
Yeah. But this is not what this episode is about.
Does it feel good to get stimulated when you're on your period, or does it feel different? Are you more sensitive?
You're more horny for sure.
Oh.
For some people the pain is ridiculous, but
Sure.
like when you're in that much pain, sometimes an orgasm is like
What the doctor ordered.
exactly. It takes away from the pain.
Wow. And he just scooped you
Ew,
out like
okay, go to your notes.
jack-o'-lantern.
What are we doing for
We're
this episode?
doing okay. The thing we pitched was rules of a threesome.
Yes.
Rules feels very like constrictive.
Yes.
So I just put like things to consider
Ooh, I love that.
with the threesome.
And then we're gonna play a fun little game that I made up.
Okay, awesome. So these are all kind of like, I have like information on them, but we have like, they're conversation starters
Okay.
for us. So the first one is establish relationship boundaries.
Ooh.
What does your partner feel comfortable with? What does the third party feel comfortable with? What conversations do you have before, during, and after the threesome?
Oof.
It's important to talk about your expectations, your desires, as well as your fears.
Ooh.
Right?
I love that.
Get it all out on the table.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Get it all out on the table.
I had never thought to talk about fears before having sex with someone. But if anyone does want to see his body, I posted his body on my Instagram stories or
And
my
let me just tell you, you do
It's
want to see his
good.
body.
Fuck, dude. Last night, I keep sidetracking, but he was sitting on the couch and I was like laying on him and he like was like, hello. And I was like, oh, sorry. I just got lost in your thighs. And I didn't even mean for that to be like, I got lost in your eyes. I literally got lost in his thighs. I was just looking at the fucking veins and like,
I just love when people give me direct thigh contact.
look me in my thighs when I fuck you. Oh my God. Okay. I love the talking about fears.
Yeah.
And one thing I don't think anybody does before threesomes, especially when you're new to them, is everybody always does them a little tipsy because people are nervous.
That's in here too.
And they are like, we just got to get to it. And it's like, dog,
Calm down.
I promise all of you, every fucking confident bottom listening right now, being able to speak your intentions and what you'd like to get out of a threesome, whether you're the fucking partner, whether you're the unicorn, whatever, is a game changer. Because what I always say to everybody I do it with is, I do not expect everyone to orgasm. In fact, we probably all won't, or maybe one will, whatever. I'm here to like feel good and connect and like try some new fun stuff.
That's great.
Yeah.
Everyone's so orgasm focused. It feels like the finish line. And when you just release that and even say, I probably won't, or that is not my goal.
Yes,
I
that
just
is not
want
my
to
goal.
feel good and have fun. Game changer.
And like so many people go into threesomes because they've seen things that are hot and they want to try, right? So I think like naming, like, I would love to like finish on both your faces.
Sure.
That's the image I
keep coming back to.
Yeah. And so something like just naming also like why we're all here. I love that.
Oh my God. Like a little orientation.
Listen up, class.
Everyone say one thing that makes you horny about the person next to you.
Okay, everyone, go around in a circle. I like that though.
Okay, so establish relationship boundaries. Make a sex act checklist.
Oh, that's just what I
I
said.
know.
Oh my God, I'm so prepared.
Be clear and detailed around the physical contact that's okay with you and your partner.
Okay.
And what?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
you
my
didn't
God.
like
yes
that.
yes to
Kelsey's
boundaries.
actually,
oh my God.
She doesn't need consent.
Shut
She doesn't need
up.
boundaries.
What I was going to say was, I think it's really important to note with that conversation, if you are a couple and you're like, I'm not comfortable with my partner touching their boobs, I think you need to reevaluate your comfortability with the threesome.
What are they going to touch? I assume no
Exactly.
vagina then.
Like some people are like, no kissing the other
That's
person.
in the gay community.
Unless it's like a medical thing, like you have HSV-1 or like you're sick.
Yeah, or you got
I would really be like,
crusty
you're
lips.
kind of taking away from the experience. Maybe that's controversial, but I think if you're uncomfortable with your partner actually connecting with someone in front of you, maybe you shouldn't be doing it.
That makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah.
It's so interesting though. So intimacy in the gay community, at least with casual sex, can be very transactional. And we've talked about like ass up or anonymous or like, glory holes, even where it's like very like the appendage is here. Put the appendage here.
Right.
And there's no eye contact.
No
there's no hugging. There's no
connection.
kissing. So I could very much see like, I don't know. I could see, I guess, a couple being like, we want you to come over and we'll spit roast you and then you'll go home.
Yeah. Which is fine. That's like a kink. That
Yeah,
seems like
sure.
a checklisted item.
But you're saying if there's like, oh, you touched her butthole.
and now I'm mad at
Now
you
it's
and we
canceled.
can never have a threesome ever again. Like,
I think you're right.
I've seen it happen too many times.
Also, like, how many like boundaries? I mean, how many things do you want?
Right.
Because then it's like, oh, I have to keep these all in my
Yeah.
head at the same time.
Exactly. It takes me out of it.
Totally. Okay. So you can pick a leader or
Oh.
go with the flow, but they were saying it's especially with a couple, it can be very nerve wracking to be like, who's going to make the first move or who's going to kind of like guide us through this.
I'm always the leader.
Yeah, I figured.
I-
That's why you were stumped by that. You're like,
I
do
know.
things need a leader? And you're like, you are
Oh,
it.
I am the leader. It's
Yeah.
me. Yeah. But also because I've had a lot of heterosexual partners that were sleeping with women. Like I've always been like, oh, I'm this safe middle first. But I would love it if a guy I was with just like did it.
Get over here, slut.
Ooh! For me, that's hot.
Yeah,
We'd have to
totally.
make sure they were comfortable with it.
But maybe she wants to be degraded. Like, I'm not a slut. And then the scene
And
goes
then
on.
okay, cool.
Safe word?
Oh, pineapple or race car. Always.
Really?
Yeah.
So sometimes it's hard to express yourself in these passionate situations, and you may not want the third to think it's something that they did even. So
A
pick
lot
safe
of people
word
have
or two.
green, yellow, and red.
Yes, it's a
Yellow,
safe word
slow
or
down.
two that can
Yeah.
slow down or stop the sex,
Yeah.
which makes complete sense to me because it's like, oh, let's pivot.
Reposition.
And what do you get? Like a guy's fucking you turn, you're like, oh, this is like a race car. It's going so fast.
Never. You never hear pineapple or unless it's like take that pineapple out of my asshole.
Oh, wait. So you don't have safe words?
No, I do.
But they're not pineapple and race car.
No, they are. But I'm saying some people, like especially in the play community, they're
Yeah.
like, I don't want to stop. I just want you to stop pulling my hair.
Oh.
So like yellow, whatever you're doing, like yellow means just like slow down.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or not pull as hard.
Yeah.
Or not bite as hard.
Yeah. But these are also things I think I would talk about before as well. Is like,
Oh, sure.
Hey, I have trigeminal neuralgia, so like, please don't pull the back of my hair. It really gives me a fucking headache and can flare up my chronic pain.
Totally. I
Yeah.
don't like getting my hair pulled.
It fucking hurts.
But I also am just like, the idea is that you want to rip it out, I guess.
No.
Or like, I just don't
You
like
just
the
want
concept.
control.
I guess.
Sometimes I like that.
Okay.
I notice I do this thing and it's very new and in my realization that I do it, but when I you're gonna think this is so funny. I kind of like had like a snap out of it moment.
Uh-huh.
I realize whenever I'm giving a blowjob now, even if I'm on my knees or they're laying down, I choke him. I'm like, I know your dick's in my mouth, but I still have control.
Kelsey, that is
I
wild.
could bite your dick off or kill you.
Okay, may I suggest
Uh-huh.
grabbing their balls?
Okay, I do that and I choke them.
Not like gently, like grab like the sack at the top, like
Uh-huh.
you've got a sack of balls.
Like
and
I'm
then like
swinging in like
you-
a wrecking ball.
you can kind of pull and be like, I could rip them off.
I like that. I do balls a lot.
Do you restrict their
A
airflow?
little.
And no one stopped you?
No, I've been stopped, which is why I had this realization of like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't even realize like my hand just naturally goes straight to the trachea.
It's possessed.
I
You
don't
have
know.
wow.
I don't know. This
Maybe
is new.
Oh my God.
What?
Maybe the lesbian is in your hand.
My bisexuality is split between
Yes.
a lesbian and a gay man, and
Uh-huh,
the
your mouth
lesbian's in
is
my
yeah.
is a gay man, and my right hand is a lesbian.
She's like, ah.
that would check out too, because that's also my strong hand. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. The bean flicker.
Oh, that checks out. Sorry.
Okay. Practice safe sex.
Duh.
Okay. See, I don't know. Condoms have since PrEP, which is like a daily thing that gay men take to kind of like keep to
Keep the HIV at bay.
yeah, totally. Condoms. In fact, some guys say if you wear condoms, it's a deal breaker for them.
I have done both ways where it's been like a non-negotiable. We're using condoms, no fluid contact,
Uh-huh.
and then there's been times where we've planned the threesome, so everyone got tested before.
Yeah, that's definitely on here as an option.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't realize this. Switching condoms between
Oh
holes.
yeah, you have to.
I didn't realize.
Also, here's the other thing that a lot of people skip is like you'll do all of this precautionary stuff as like pregnancy prevention, but then when girls are hooking up, there's no barriers. So it's kind of moot in the sense of like people are so worried about their partner wearing a condom, but it's like, okay, but then you're rubbing her pussy all over yours and then
Oh.
going mouth to mouth and like mouth to put, like it's just a little bit contradictory.
So, are there stats though that it's harder to acquire an STI
No.
from mouth? And
No.
really?
Yeah.
Dicks be up there doing a little scrapey scrape of the inner walls.
Yeah.
And tongues can only go so far.
Yeah, but think about the fluids of two vaginas passing.
I'd rather not, Kelsey.
Sorry.
Now I'm picturing though, like
Sandwich.
yeah, like a suction thing
Yeah.
happening, and when they pull away, those
It's like-
alien, yeah,
That's exactly what it looks like. Well, it doesn't
And it-
fart.
and it squishes.
Yeah.
or the ropes, like,
like-
like a pull, like a cheddar, like a grilled cheese pull,
Nailed it.
but two vaginas.
Exactly what it's like.
Drugs and alcohol. It's fun to be loose, but not too loose.
Yeah, I've had many a threesome not successfully happen because someone was a little too tipsy because they were a little too nervy.
I've had threesomes, two specifically. One was like in Vegas. I was still drinking, but they got into like a heated fight. and they were like, it was kind of like crying and like,
Ugh.
yeah. But I was like young and broke and like, it was off the strip. All I'm
Were
saying
you
is,
sleeping with him for money?
well, no. All I'm saying is like, I didn't just leave. Like I was
Yeah,
like, I
now
made
you
the choice to
would.
spend the night. Yeah.
Ah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Kelsey, if the vibe falters
Yeah,
at all,
I'm out.
I'm like, I'm gonna go watch some
Yeah,
TV at my
yeah,
place.
yeah.
But these guys, and we wound up having sex, so it was all kind of moot. But they were crying because, and it was very like alcohol.
Yeah, exactly.
And like it's end of the night drinking.
Always.
Where it's like someone's maybe drunker than they thought, or maybe you made the decision to have a shot at their place or a glass
Yeah.
of wine you didn't need, or maybe the Molly's wearing off and
Ooh,
like
can't get it
realizations
up.
are like
Yeah.
coming and you're just
Yeah.
like,
I don't
oh,
want to
no.
do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so it's just good to be clear-headed.
And let me tell you, as someone who has done both multiple times, the sober one is always more fucking enjoyable.
Yeah.
Always. Because you have more sensation, more clarity. You remember things better.
I will say when it is good, yes, being sober is only going to make it better.
Yeah.
And like so much so because it's just like you're genuinely there. You're
Yeah.
genuinely interested.
Yeah.
But like when you're drunk, I could see it being like well, I'm glad, like or you like forgive a lot of the tiny
Yeah.
not microaggressions, but like the you
the
know,
racism just a little bit is less.
yellow to you saying the N-word all the time. But no, yeah, you just forgive like maybe he's not that great of a kisser, or maybe it's like
Yeah.
sloppy, but you're drunk, so you're like,
Yeah.
just eat my ass,
And
you
then
know?
tomorrow you're like, oh, I wish I had.
Yeah, like, that wasn't fun.
Yeah.
Inclusion. It's important everyone feels included, even in their own way, which could mean that they just want to like watch and sit. Yeah.
Yeah.
When not being directly involved in an act, try to stay involved by like maybe touching them or yourself. Some make this is interesting. It came up a few places. Some people make the rule that if one partner leaves the room for any reason, the sex stops. Have you heard or experienced that?
No.
I
I
haven't
usually,
either.
if I leave to like go pee or to like get a towel or to get water, I'll give the command of like, you guys keep going. Or like,
Okay, so
go
maybe it
on.
is something though that like there is a thought in
A
the room that
nervousness.
like, is it okay?
yeah.
Also, another part of this is a few places also said you should pay slightly more attention to your partner if you're in a partner
No.
situation.
I don't like that.
Okay.
Because I think as the third that's happened multiple times,
And
you
it does make you feel
automatically
very-
feel a little bit less included.
Definitely. If they're like,
Yeah.
I love you so much.
Oh
and you're like,
my God.
but then you're the third, like, what about me?
Like, what the fuck am I doing
Do you
here?
love
like,
me,
y'all
Darren?
save this for later. I don't need to be here for this to happen.
Okay. The third,
Okay.
controversial, but don't pick someone you already know.
What?
See, I didn't get it either until I was reading more on it. But it's like, first of all, definitely not an ex or
Oh,
someone.
Fuck no.
Well, I think people do it more than they think because a girl might even be like, oh, well, like Kevin, my ex, like might be down. He always said he wanted to do this or
No.
whatever. But then also with a friend, it can be too comfortable. And then like that's where intimacy sprouts and then like feelings might be caught more easily.
Interesting.
So it's like, oh, like now we've opened this door with this.
See, for me, it's like if I'm inviting my friend in to have a threesome, I'm like, why haven't I already had sex with you before?
Well, but okay, all that said, do you have a lot of friends that you've had threesomes with?
I guess it's hard to say because I've stayed friends with people that I've had sex with a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the same thing though.
Yeah, I guess I'm having a hard time just imagining who I would ask that's a friend of mine that I haven't already had some sort of sexual connection to.
Well,
Or like
me.
like I said, sexual connection to or attractedness.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I think the same thing. Also, it's harder, I think, as you get older too.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you have all these like fallen soldiers behind you.
Okay, just at my ex next time.
I'm just saying. It's interesting.
It is.
Okay. Oh, but also, if you're not into one of the people proposed, you should say no immediately.
Oh, fuck yeah. No, we're not compromising. And
one
we're
of-
not.
One
we're
of
not,
my jokes
no.
on stage right now is how I'm always presented with the couple I'm always presented with.
Yep.
It's a hottest man I've ever seen in my life and a troll doll boyfriend.
Yes.
But I always take one for the team.
Oh my God.
And
Zach.
I am the team in that situation.
That just feels not fair.
I mean,
to you.
This is the thing. I wind up often like the troll doll knows how to eat ass. Like it's fucking about to expire.
See, I also discovered that I have a very hard time hooking up with someone that I'm not physically attracted to.
Yeah, but haven't you ever pursued something? Not pursued, but let someone maybe pursue you, and then they like between like maybe them being a really good kisser or like doing like touching you a way that you really.
I can confidently say I've never hooked up with someone that I didn't 100% like fuck yes want.
Okay, but then
in my adulthood.
Second question: have you ever started to hook up with a guy that you thought you really wanted to, and then
only when I was drunk.
Oh, and then he didn't wind up being.
Didn't I tell you the story about I was hooking up with a Swedish guy once, and he had just come to America. I think he was just visiting. He was like a friend's friend. And I was drunk as shit. I invited him back to my place. He fucked me. I orgasmed. And then I said, okay, I'm good. And he was like, well, in my country, usually they help the other person finish too. And I went, well, welcome to America. And sent him on his way.
Oh my God.
Not nice. Not nice, not great. And
Damn.
that's the only time I can immediately think of where I like stopped.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I've had it both ways for those of you who are more relatable.
Wow.
Where a guy like I'm like on the fence about, and then like I like give him time, his personality shines a little bit more. We wind up kissing. I'm like, oh my God, he's a really good kisser. And then it's like, oh my God, he's also intuitively good at touching my body and stuff. But like maybe from the jump I would have been like, no, that guy. But then I've also hooked up with that guy in different situations where I'm like, oh God, he's so hot. And then it's like he talks a little bit more. I'm like, oh, he's not that smart. And then he kisses and it's like, oh, it's like wiry fish lips. Like what's going on?
But then I'll stop. Like if
Yeah.
I'm not interested, yeah.
See, there's part of me though that like loves sucking dick. So I'm like, let's see what his dick is like. And
Interesting. Nah, if I get like one red flag, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm getting closer to that.
Good.
It depends on the horniness. Okay, location. Your home may not be the best spot.
Oh, really? I read a stat this morning that like 70% of people who have threesomes do it at their home.
Really?
Yeah.
They were saying in the thing that I was reading that, well, for multiple reasons. It's like if you wouldn't bring a first date to your home immediately, you shouldn't bring like a threesome person over to your home immediately.
Why?
Well, for the same reason you wouldn't bring a first date to your home.
Why?
So they know where you live.
Oh, safety.
Yeah.
Okay, so go to their. No, I don't like
Well,
that
no,
either.
like the concept of like getting a hotel or like
fun.
a sex, or like
I
even
like
a sex party or
that.
whatever.
That's
like
a sexy. I want a hotel sex.
right?
Like meet me at this place
Yeah.
this time. Let's go.
Meet me at the bar in the hotel.
Oh my God,
I'll be drinking a ginger ale and getting fucking horny.
I like that.
Okay, and then the last one is discuss what happens after.
Oh yeah, I
So,
love a
Is the
breakdown.
person sleeping over? Are you
Oh,
making
yeah.
them breakfast in the morning? Are you wanting them to leave as soon as possible?
I used to
Are
send them
you
out
allowed-
with a gift bag
Perfect.
and an Uber home.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I was nice.
You're like the baseball player Pujols,
Huh?
Albert Pujols.
I have no idea what you're.
I thought
the
you were a
fact that
sports
you're
girly.
making a sports reference.
like sports?
I like football.
Okay, well this is baseball, so it's
Okay.
the same
Uh-huh.
ish.
Uh-huh.
It's one of the big four.
Who the fuck are you talking about? What reference are you trying to make?
Oh yeah, that's a great point. Apparently he wanted girls to eat his ass
Uh-huh.
and not engage with them.
Uh-huh.
Like they would just come in, eat his ass, take a gift bag, and leave.
Who is telling you this?
Probably a gossip mag,
Wow. Okay.
but I believe it.
Also, the idea that Cosmo would like out a professional baseball player is like, insane. Like what?
I'm gonna have to. Okay,
toxic
obviously,
goss train are you
don't
on?
Google it.
There it is.
did you know I didn't know it was that button though, and I just intuitively.
And that might be the first time you've ever pressed
It
the
is.
board.
And that doesn't do what you want it to do, which is burr, 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 burr.
And the fact that now you're going to be addicted to it. You'll see.
Maybe. Okay. So, and then I guess just sort of my overall thought about everything really, but including threesomes, is so much of success is about being intentional with what you're doing.
A motherfucking man.
Like, because the thing is, you shouldn't just have a threesome if you're like bored and like you're something's you should address like why you're bored. Like,
yes,
the threesome, it shouldn't be seen as like let's try this. It's like, no, like, why do you want a threesome?
Yes.
Do you want a threesome? Or are you
Yes.
doing it to please me?
Yes.
Is that okay? Like, is there a kink in you being watching me fuck? It's like, but so many people, I think, instead are just like drunk at their friend's wedding, and they go, "You see that bridesmaid? She keeps smiling. Would you want her?
You should go talk to her.
Let's see if she, because you got the hotel room here.
And you look hot.
You look so good, babe. I don't want to fuck you, but maybe, But I'm just saying, like, it should be done with intention.
And like a spur of the moment intentional threesome, still hot.
Yes.
But intentional.
Yes, and it's okay. Like, the more you do it, the better you get
The
at
more
like
you're comfortable you come.
yeah, and answering the questions and like, are you still good with the boundaries we set up last time?
Yes. And oh my God, make sure you have a conversation about that before you jump into threesomes. Like, if you have not, like, the last thing you want is to all your feelings to surprise you in the moment.
Oh my, because you're like, yeah, I'm okay with this. I can go with this. I can see
okay.
Brad fuck another girl. I can see
Yeah.
Brad another fuck girl. And then you see it and you're like,
And my whole world's shattered.
Yeah,
I can
you're
never
like,
look at them again.
I can't believe he would fuck another girl.
I can't believe it's not better, Brad.
Dude. But yeah.
You want to play a little game?
Yeah, I forgot.
Okay, it'll be quick. This is Kelsey's threesome games. And then I'm gonna read a question and give you a couple multiple choice answers, and we'll see how well do you know my threesomes. Okay, what age was Kelsey's first threesome? A, 16 years old. B, 18 years old. C, 24 years old.
It's either 18 or 16. I'm going to say 16.
That's correct. I was 16. It was after going to Chili's with my high school boyfriend and my sooner after best friend, and also first girl I was in love with.
Whoa.
Number 2. What's the most amount of times Kelsey and her friend Brittany have had threesomes together? This is the person I have had the most threesomes with. A, 3, B, 6, C, 10.
10.
It's B6.
Damn it.
Yeah, shout out to Brittany. We fucked a lot.
Damn.
We were a
mainly
good
guys.
duo. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it would be hot because we were both these like little blondes who were just like all over each other. Like, oh, you want to get in on this?
Do you want to fill our homes?
And we'd like pick a guy and be like, there's no way he's saying no. There's no way.
And then he didn't.
Exactly.
And if he did,
Oh my. Zach! Why would you say that? Why would you say that? I don't edit this podcast.
I think the concept of two
No!
tiny blonde
Don't even
girls
say it. No.
graping a full-grown man is so funny. Listen, it's the future liberals
Oh
one.
my God. Okay, number 3. We're just gonna ignore all of that, and later on when you like murder someone, they're gonna be like, look at all these red flags on the podcast we had. Number 3. What's Kelsey's least favorite part of a threesome? A, attention issues. B, boner killers. Or C, dry mouths.
A.
Nope.
Dry
it's
mouths?
C, dry mouths.
Damn it. I need to trust
Everybody
myself.
always has a fucking dry mouth.
Really?
Always have bottles of water on hand.
That's because they're nervous.
That, and you're swapping a lot of spit.
But you think that would beget spit?
Because think about it, your mouth is open. Oh my God, that feels so amazing. And then you go to suck a dick and you're like, dry mouth, always.
And he's like, could you get your cat's tongue off my fucking dick?
Contrary to that, what is Kelsey's favorite part of a threesome? A, 3-way kissing. B, scissoring girls. C, dominating a dude.
Damn it, that's hard. I don't personally like 3-way kissing if it's what I'm thinking it is, where all 3 people are trying at the same time. I'm gonna say C.
I thought you were going to get this right. It's scissoring girls.
Oh, really?
I love scissoring girls when their boyfriends are watching or when their partners are watching, or like just me and her connecting in like this crazy, like, oh my God, sex with a girl way. Next question. You have 2 more. Where's the weirdest place Kelsey had a threesome? A, her childhood bedroom. B, her ex-boyfriend's grandparents' house. Or C, adult summer camp church.
C.
Trick question. All 3.
Damn it. I also was like, there's no way if you started at 16, there's no way you didn't do it in your childhood bedroom.
Exactly. Last one. What word involves Kelsey's biggest threesome disaster? A, tears.
Oof.
B, blood. C, poop.
I wanted to be poop so bad. I'm going to say blood.
Oh, you're right.
Thank God. Okay.
I did it. This was at my boyfriend's grandparents' house. They were gone. We invited a girl over. We were house sitting for them. And I used a strap on that was way too big and made her bleed. And she didn't just bleed. It was like so much blood.
Did you think you killed her?
I was worried.
Like, we need to go someplace?
Yeah, we after that we took the sheets off and obviously we stopped. We were like, okay, this isn't gonna, like, this is kind of a lot. We threw the sheets in the pool to try and get the stains out.
And did it work?
I think so.
Weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
Crazy. Weird. That's all the time we have for this episode. What did you guys learn? What do you want to know?
I learned everything, and I did actually learn some stuff. The fears thing did blow my mind when I read it.
I'm taking that straight to the top of the list next time.
Yeah.
Zach, you have anything you want to promote? Any shows coming up?
Come see me on tour. Just ZachNoeTowers.com for dates.
You're going to be in Tampa, too. So all
my
my
God, yes.
tampons, go see you.
I will have left.
Oh, okay,
So-
cool.
But I was in Tampon, and it was so much fun.
Oh my God, that's right. Your fave audience. Also, go check out the next date for the retreats at don'tpanicretreat.com.
And if you want stickers, we have slut pill stickers.
Do we?
I think so.
You have them.
Maybe don't quote me on that.
Okay, we have slut pill stickers for
Oh,
sure.
you're right.
Yeah, we do. So Venmo at Kelsey Darragh, whatever you think it's worth, plus $2.50 for shipping if you live internationally.
Yeah.
And hey, rate this 5 stars while you're at it. Give us a little holiday gift early.
But if
Go
you're
rate
not
this
going to rate
early.
it 5 stars,
Don't rate it all because
We're
sensitive.
sensitive.
And we'll see you next week.